I wasn't expecting much this week, mainly Monster Strike stuff, but instead Bushiroad decided to reveal new products, which I'm actually hyped for, so time to say something about it. And ignoring anything Monster Strike because collabs don't really matter to me, and we don't even know if they're gonna come in worldwide. That is also another reason. So anyway, to the Tuesday stream itself, before we go anything big, first off the HoloLive collab with Vanguard Zero, well, we got a promo in BTO8 for that. Don't know if it's gonna come to the English side, but if that does happen and it's not expensive, I might get it, just for collector's purpose. Next, we got the reveal of OverDress Booster 9. This is a new Bruce, and with Danji in the cover. The first time we've seen Danji in the cover of a main booster set, and even anything that is not Dragon Empire or OverDress related. If I'm gonna make a speculation for this new Bruce, I'm gonna say it's a new grade 3, and it's gonna be a counterpart to the Nirvana Jiva. And I'm gonna predict that all the 5 great start deck boss units are going to get new grade 3 forms that will play similar to their original playstyle with a little twist to it. Because based on Nirvana Jiva, we got a new ride line for it, so there might be a good chance that we'll get new grade 3 forms for the original 5 grades with new ride lines on top of that. Hopefully we get a new form of Bavsargra too, because I've been wanting for that. Although like usual, if they do take this type of route where there's a new twist to the new grade 3 ride lines, I'm going to say I might get a little bit worried about the old cards being irrelevant, because that kind of happened with the original OverDress because crossover dress. But I am now more excited than ever just to see new forms of our favorite boss units. Hopefully Bavsargra. And finally, we got more nostalgia with more encounter with a stride deck set for Messiah. I was expecting eventually encounter Messiah because so much lore goes into Messiah, and I do have to say if this deck is gonna have strides, it is kind of fitting as this is actually the archetype that introduced strides in the first place. And in many ways, it's also the main rival to the main protagonist against Chronojet, so I would say it's very fitting. Now, Messiah is also known for blessings, and in V we got Imaginary Gifts, which is the blessing of Messiah. So what if this deck set decides to put Imaginary Gifts in OverDress instead? I'm just giving that as a thought. But one thing that does worry me is lock. Now, if it's self-locking, that's fine. As long as there's no opponent locking, I'm cool with it. I would say very likely it's just going to be self-locking because opponent locking is something that Bushi didn't really seem to be bringing back for quite a while until V with Chaos Breaker after like the end of V, so I don't think they're gonna really bring back lock on your opponent. Either way, I am quite hyped, and with this being introduced, that means that now we have an encounter ride line for Brandgate. Hopefully they do a unique twist and it's not really going to be strides, although since Messiah has many potential forms of itself, especially when it goes to Harmonix Messiah as one of its forms, I could say it is a possibility that this might be the other deck that will have strides. But I would still like to stick with Chronojet being the only deck with strides just to make it its own unique mechanic. So that's it for these reveals. What do you guys think about the product of OverDress 9 along with the new Messiah stride set? Set 9 is just obvious possibilities because we see a new Bruce, and if that's going to be the case that it's a grade 3, I do see possibility of the start deck grade 3s gaining new forms with new ride lines possibility because we got Nirvana Jiva. But for the Messiah stride set, just excited overall. I just like Messiah, and also I am just praying there is no opponent locking for it, and maybe at most it doesn't have strides to make its own unique deck with Chronojet. I think it would probably be cooler if it has something similar to OverDress where you can change forms from your hand or from your deck. You know, just to make a little twist to make it different. But other than that, overall just excited for the new products, and see you next time.